Introduction: The Art of Self-Realization. In our fast-paced world, filled with constant distractions and a never-ending pursuit of external achievements, an ancient guidebook quietly holds the key to understanding the most profound mysteries of life and our true selves, the Bhagavad Gita. Among its many teachings, the Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhaga Yoga chapter offers timeless insights into the dichotomy between knowing the self and knowing the field, the mind-body complex we inhabit. It is here that we embark on a journey towards self-realization, understanding the subtle interplay between our inner consciousness and the external world we engage with. The Art of Self-Realization, Bhagavad Gita Explained in simple English, is designed to demystify these teachings, making the profound wisdom of the Gita accessible to everyone. This audiobook takes you on a transformative journey through the concepts of self-awareness and mindfulness, using simple language, relatable examples, and practical applications. As we progress through the ideas that have guided seekers for centuries, you'll discover that the path to self-realization is not about escaping the world, but about understanding and embracing who we truly are in relation to it. Benefits of this book. 1. Clarity in understanding the self. Through the exploration of the concepts introduced in the Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhaga Yoga, you will gain clarity about your innermost nature, distinguishing between the impermanent body and the eternal self. This awareness is foundational for anyone seeking authenticity and purpose. 2. Practical wisdom for daily living. The teachings of the Gita are interpreted in ways that apply directly to modern life. Whether it's stress from work, relationship challenges, or personal growth, the insights provided will equip you with practical tools to navigate life's complexities with grace and confidence. 3. Enhanced mindfulness and presence. By internalizing the notion of the self and the field, you develop a greater sense of presence and mindfulness, living each moment with increased awareness and deeper connection. 4. Inspiration and motivation. Each chapter is crafted to inspire and motivate you. By weaving in real-world examples and stories, the text encourages you to apply these teachings to your own life, spurring personal growth and positive change. Number 5. Guide towards inner peace. As you understand and balance the relationship between the self and the body, you'll move toward a state of inner peace and contentment, realizing that true happiness lies within. This book is not just an explanation of ancient texts, it's a call to experience the transformation that comes with self-realization. Whether you are a seasoned spiritual seeker or someone curious about exploring your inner world, this guide invites you to embark on a journey of discovery, unlocking the wisdom that resides within all of us. Join us in unraveling the mysteries of the self and the field, and begin living a life of fulfilled potential and profound tranquility. Chapter 1. Introduction to the Art of Self-Realization. Welcome, dear reader, to the beginning of a profound journey, a journey that not only seeks to illuminate ancient wisdom, but also aims to bridge the gap between timeless spiritual insights and our modern lives. In the vast ocean of spiritual texts, the Bhagavad Gita emerges as a beacon, guiding us toward understanding the mysteries of existence, and more importantly, our own selves. Imagine waking up in a world bustling with activity, the chatter of people, the hum of vehicles, and the ever-pressing needs of daily life. Yet amidst this clamor, there exists another dimension, a quieter, introspective space that asks, who am I beyond my name, my roles, and my physical form? This question sits at the heart of our exploration, the art of self-realization. At the core of self-realization is the recognition and understanding of two fundamental elements, the self and the field. These are not abstract concepts existing only in the realm of scripture, but are integral to our daily experiences. The self is that which observes, contemplates, and remains unchanged despite the constant flux of life. In contrast, the field refers to everything that changes, our bodies, thoughts, emotions, and circumstances. Consider the moonlight on a still pond. The light is constant, yet the reflections vary as the surface shifts. Likewise, the self remains a steady presence amidst the ever-changing nature of the field. This distinction is not just a philosophical musing, but a crucial key to understanding our true identity. In our everyday life, we often equate our self with our titles, achievements, and physical appearance. Our modern world encourages this identification, often overshadowing our connection with our inner self. However, just as actors play different roles on stage without losing their true identity, we too can navigate life without losing sight of our deeper essence. Imagine attending a theater for a play. The actors change costumes, assume new roles, and yet once the curtain falls, they return to their true selves. Life, in this perspective, is a theater, a platform for experiences and growth. But to truly appreciate it, we must remember the actor behind the roles, our unchanging self. The Bhagavad Gita's teachings inspire us to explore this dichotomy and unravel the illusion of mere physical identity. As we advance through the chapters of this book, we will encounter teachings that encourage us to look beyond external appearances and cultivate a deeper relationship with our inner being. Self-realization is not a journey to retreat ancient paths. Rather, it's an adventure to discover timeless truths within us. As we embark on this path, you are invited to approach each chapter with an open mind and a willing heart. Let's learn to observe life as both the performer in the play and the audience of the soul. By the chapter's conclusion, dear reader, you will be equipped with the foundational understanding needed to fully engage with the art of self-realization, a pathway illuminating the distinction between the self and the field. As we traverse this enlightening terrain, may you find clarity, peace, and a profound connection to the wisdom within. Chapter 2. Understanding the Self. In a world where we constantly define ourselves through roles and possessions, the question, who am I really, often lingers in our minds. The teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, particularly in the realm of Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhaga Yoga, provide profound insights into the distinction between our true self and the identities we try to maintain. The unchanging soul. The self, or our inner soul, is described in the Gita as eternal, unchanging, and separate from the transient physical form. Just as a driver is distinct from their vehicle, our soul, or true self, is distinct from the body and mind we inhabit. It is the observer, the constant consciousness that experiences life, yet is not affected by its ups and downs. Imagine you're watching a movie. No matter how powerful the scenes are, you know deep down they aren't real life, they're just a projection. Similarly, our eternal soul watches the movie of our physical life's experiences, understanding its true essence, while remaining untouched by this transient reality. The conditioned self. In contrast to the unchanging soul, the conditioned self is the identity we form based on bodily experiences and societal roles. This identity is influenced by our achievements, relationships, and the roles we play in life, whether as a parent, professional, or friend. Consider a professional who loses their job. If they identify solely with the job, they might face an identity crisis, feeling like they've lost a part of themselves. However, if this professional understands that their job status is just a part of life's movie, they can accept the change and remain intrinsically secure, knowing that their true self remains untouched. The illusion of identity. Our conditioned self is forged through societal expectations and personal perceptions. It can lead us to believe that our value is tied to external success or approval. However, this is an illusion. The wisdom of the Gita invites us to not be swayed by life's temporary conditions, but to anchor in our eternal nature, the true self. Real-world example. Meet Alex, a caregiver, who spends most of their day tending to others' needs. They often forget about personal desires and over time start to feel lost. However, through understanding the distinction between their true self and their role as a caregiver, Alex begins to see that caregiving is an important role but does not define their entire existence. They start to spend a few moments each day connecting with their inner self through reflection or meditation. This simple practice helps them find a sense of inner peace and rejuvenation, detached from their external responsibilities, embracing our true nature. The chapter concludes by encouraging readers to explore the layers of their identity, recognize the factors influencing the movie of their life, and see beyond it. Understanding that the core of who we truly are doesn't diminish with the worldly roles we play allows us to live authentically and fearlessly. As we peel back these layers of societal roles and physical realities, we find a state of transcendence, a deep connection with our true self, radiating peace and joy. Embracing the self-realization journey brings us closer to a life of purpose and awareness, forging a bridge between our material experiences and spiritual essence. In this journey of understanding the self, remember, you are, at your core, more than just your job, your bank account, or your social identity. You are the eternal soul, witnessing and celebrating the movie of life with wisdom and grace. Chapter 3, The Field Explained. In our journey towards self-realization, it's crucial to comprehend what the field means and how it interacts with the self. Within the rich poetry of the Bhagavad Gita, the field symbolizes the body and our material existence. Imagine the field as a beautifully crafted vehicle, a temporary mode of transportation for the eternal traveler, our true self. The field encompasses not just our physical bodies, but also our thoughts, emotions, and down to the very air we breathe. It includes everything we perceive and interact with in the material world. Understanding this not only helps us navigate life with greater ease, but also brings clarity and purpose. Consider an actor on a stage. The actor might don a heavy costume, representing a king or a jester. Regardless of the role, the actor's identity remains unchanged once the performance is over. Similarly, the field is temporary and doesn't define our true self. It's the attire we wear during our journey through life, to engage in experiences from which we learn and grow. Think of your body as a smartphone. It's a remarkable device with potential to connect and explore. Yet, you are not the phone. You are the one who uses it, who decides which apps to keep, which notifications to heed. The body allows us to interact with the world, to feel, explore, and seek joy. But just as a phone grows outdated, our bodies age and go through cycles. Why is this understanding important? Often we confuse who we are with what we have. This confusion roots us in superficial pursuits. Possessions can bring fleeting pleasure, much like a sprinkle of sugar on your morning coffee, a sweetness that fades quickly. Understanding the field's nature liberates us from the trap of temporary indulgences, steering us towards lasting fulfillment. Let's illustrate this with a simple analogy. Consider a car journey. A well-navigated trip requires not only a reliable vehicle, but more importantly, a capable driver with a clear destination in mind. The car might provide comfort, speed, or even luxury, yet the purpose of the trip is determined solely by the traveler, the inner self. Focusing on the car while forgetting the destination diminishes the journey's fulfillment. The field is susceptible to change and decay, much like a garden that blooms and withers with seasons. Yet the gardener, our soul, remains constant, nurturing the garden with renewed vigor each season. In realizing that our true identity lies beyond the field, we learn the art of detachment, finding peace amidst life's ups and downs. By understanding that our essence is eternal and unchanging, we can navigate our lives with greater awareness and purpose. In summary, knowing the field means recognizing that our bodies, thoughts, and emotions are instruments, transient and mutable. They help us engage with the world, but don't define our core essence. By transcending the field's limitations, we step onto the path of true wisdom and self-realization. The real challenge lies not in the field's nature, but in letting it go while embracing the vastness of our true self. Through this awareness, we embark on a journey towards the ultimate art of self-discovery and realization, where we can truly become the architects of our destiny. Chapter 4. Witnessing the dance of the field and self-imagine. For a moment, standing in a grand theater, where the most wondrous play of life unfolds before your eyes. The stage is the body, vibrant and dynamic, while the silent observer seated among the audience represents the self. This interplay between the field, the body, mind, and emotions, and the self is much like an intricate dance, rich with lessons when viewed with awareness. In our daily lives, we often find ourselves entangled in the field, losing sight of the self. Think of a busy day at work when deadlines press and stress mounts. Without awareness, we react impulsively, letting the field sway us. Now, consider if instead we witness this pressure as a silent observer. By watching the body's stress response, perhaps a racing heart or a tense forehead, we begin to distance ourselves from the immediate turmoil, seeing it as a passing scene in our play. This is the power of awareness. It transforms reaction into mindful action. To delve deeper, let's explore a simple morning ritual, making a cup of coffee. The physical actions require engaging with the field, boiling water, measuring coffee, pouring it with care. Yet there is another parallel action, the self, watching all this unfold with calm awareness. As you stir the cup, this moment becomes a meditation, a blend of doing and being. Quite naturally, each sip tastes different, more vibrant, because awareness has enhanced the experience. The dance is everywhere. It is in listening deeply to a friend's worries while feeling your heart echo with compassion, not dictated by your immediate judgments, but rather an observation of the flow of emotions. Here, you are not just the actor on stage, but the witness in the audience, acknowledging that these feelings, like the characters in a play, come and go without overpowering the essence of who you are. Awareness changes everything, much like switching on light in a dim room. It allows us to see the storyteller and the story, the dancer and the dance. This recognition doesn't detach us from action. Rather, it enriches it, freeing us from merely reacting to patterns and encouraging wiser, thoughtful choices born of clarity. One of the beautiful aspects of this dance is its fluidity. One moment you are engaged in the world, and the next you are stepping back to observe. With practice, this becomes as natural as breathing, effortless, instant. Even in mundane activities, washing dishes or walking in the park, the field and self-interplay, reminding us of the deeper rhythms of life. In witnessing, there lies a space of freedom where true peace resides, allowing us to respond with a sense of purpose rather than habit. It teaches us that life isn't a series of battles to be won, but a dance to be enjoyed and cherished. By observing this dance, you find that the field, the physical form, is temporary, ever-changing. The self, however, remains constant, an eternal observer experiencing life's magic without getting lost in its illusions. In the dance of the field and the self, there is no competition, only harmony. Awareness is our dance partner, always inviting us to explore, watch, and express our true selves. This understanding empowers us to be present in every moment, making life itself a wondrous concert of balance, presence, and infinite possibility. In each moment of mindfulness, we are embraced by this dance, discovering the beauty of living consciously. Remember, life is a grand performance, and by witnessing it fully, we honor its profound depth and dance gracefully within its limitless realm. Chapter 5: Detachment and Inner Peace. In our everyday lives, we are often caught up in the roller coaster of emotions that our bodies and senses experience. We chase after moments of pleasure and run from pain, all while identifying closely with the ups and downs that our senses lead us through. But what if there was another way, a path to inner peace that doesn't rely on external circumstances? Detachment can sound like a daunting or even cold concept, but it is, in reality, one of the most liberating teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. Detachment does not mean that we stop feeling or caring. Instead, it means developing a sense of separation from the immediate reactions of our bodies and minds. This practice allows us to engage with the world without becoming overwhelmed by it. Imagine you are watching a movie. When the movie is full of drama and suspense, you feel emotions like joy, anger, or sadness. However, you always know you are safe in your seat at the theater. In this way, understanding the self versus the body is like watching a movie. You are the observer, and the field, the movie of life, unfolds around you. When you recognize this, you can detach from the drama and maintain your peace even amid chaos. Consider the case of a musician immersed in performance. She might face distractions. Perhaps the audience is noisy, yet she remains engrossed, letting the music flow through her without attachment to the noise around. Her detachment from the external allows her to retain focus and experience pure joy. The empowerment of detachment lies in our reassessment of what truly constitutes our identity. The body experiences hunger and fatigue. The mind experiences doubt and fear. Yet beyond these sensations lies an unchanging self, one that observes but is not disturbed. This recognition empowers us to navigate life with equanimity. When we understand that our identity is not confined to the physical, fear lessens its grip. The world is full of uncertainties and challenges, but knowing that the true self transcends these temporary conditions provides an anchor, a deeper stability. This perspective fosters resilience because setbacks and obstacles are no longer seen as defining who we are. To practice detachment, begin with observation. When you feel a strong emotion, happiness, anger, despair, ask, Who is feeling this? Allow yourself to witness the feeling rather than becoming enmeshed in it. You'll find that over time, these emotions will arise and pass like waves, but your inner sea remains calm. The journey towards inner peace is not about suppressing our senses, but transcending them. You continue to enjoy love, laughter, and all that life offers. The fundamental shift is in your awareness. Begin each day by recalling that the self is unchanging, basking in this truth as you navigate the world. Detachment empowers us to love more deeply, for we can give fully without clinging. It allows us to live in the present because we are not distracted by the pull of past regrets or future anxieties. In understanding that the theater of life is not our ultimate reality, we find a profound peace that endures. As we explore our journey of detachment and inner peace, remember, the experience is personal, and the path is unique to each of us. With patience and practice, the art of detachment becomes a source of strength and joy. This chapter encourages you to embrace detachment as a powerful step towards realizing the endless reservoir of tranquility that lies within you. Chapter 7. Living with Awareness. In the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, it's easy to lose sight of who we truly are. We're often caught in the whirlwind of expectations, identities, and roles that society has scripted for us. But what if, in the midst of this storm, we found an anchor, something that grounds us and reminds us of our true essence? This chapter explores how we can live with awareness by understanding the self and the field, effectively harnessing this profound knowledge in our everyday lives. The dance of awareness. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us that to live with awareness is to witness the harmonious yet distinct dance between the self and the field. The self is our eternal being, the pure consciousness that observes. The field, on the other hand, is the body and the realm of experience it navigates through. To truly live with awareness, we must recognize this dance and appreciate our role as both the dancer and the dance observer. Consider a musician playing a beautiful symphony. The self is like the musician, while the field is the instrument and the music it produces. The awareness comes not just from playing the notes perfectly, but from understanding the connection between the musician and the music. In life, we must realize that we are both the creator and the creation. Practical awareness in daily life. Living with awareness starts with being present in each moment. One way to practice this is through mindful breathing. Take a moment each day to focus solely on your breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. This simple act can bridge the gap between the self and the field and bring you back to the present. When faced with decisions, draw upon your inner awareness. Ask yourself, is this choice in alignment with my true self? Imagine you're navigating a ship through stormy seas. Awareness is your compass. With it, you're less likely to be tossed by the waves of distraction or doubt. The impact of awareness. Living with awareness profoundly influences our actions and decisions. When we're attuned to our essence, we naturally cultivate qualities such as empathy, patience, and resilience. Consider how you react when someone criticizes you. Without awareness, you might respond defensively. However, by tapping into each breath and recognizing your true self, you're able to step back, assess the situation with clarity, and respond thoughtfully. Real-life scenarios offer rich ground for practicing awareness. Take, for example, an artist meticulously crafting a painting. The artist doesn't rush. Their awareness becomes part of every stroke. Similarly, whether you're preparing a meal, conversing with a friend, or simply walking in a park, practicing awareness enriches these experiences, allowing for deeper connections and insights. Creating space awareness also involves creating space for reflection. Devote time each day for self-inquiry. Ask yourself, what part of me reacted today? Was it my ego or my true self? Journaling can be incredibly effective here. By articulating your thoughts, you channel your awareness onto paper, gaining new perspectives, aligning with your authentic self. As we begin embracing awareness, we naturally align with our authentic selves. Much like a gardener tending to plants, awareness needs light, knowledge, water, practice, and care, patience. With nurturing, our tasks, be it work, relationships, or personal goals, become reflections of our true essence rather than a series of mechanical chores. Think of awareness as a guiding light in a dim room. It doesn't eliminate challenges, but it illuminates the path, enabling us to navigate the complexities of life with grace and confidence. As you continue on your journey, remember that awareness is not a destination, but an ongoing process, a dance of the self with the field, always guiding you back to your core. By living with awareness, we honor the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, transforming every experience into an opportunity for growth and self-realization. Let each day be a canvas where your Chapter 8, Transformative Power of Knowledge. In our journey through life, we often find ourselves seeking something deeper, something that can lead to lasting fulfillment and joy. The Bhagavad Gita, in its teachings, highlights the remarkable power of true knowledge to transform our existence. This is not just any knowledge, but the kind that allows us to see beyond the ordinary and understand our true nature and purpose. At the heart of this transformation is the idea that real knowledge is not just about accumulating facts, but about gaining insight into who we truly are. Imagine being in a dark room, unable to see anything around you. In such darkness, you might stumble and feel lost. Now, picture the sudden flick of a switch that fills the room with light. Everything becomes clear. Obstacles that seemed insurmountable are easily navigated, and you can find your path with ease. This is what true knowledge does for us. It's like switching on a light within, illuminating our life and the world around us. Consider the story of Emma, a young professional who seemed to have it all: success, a thriving career, and admiration from her peers. Yet she felt an inner void, a disconnect from her true self. Despite achieving what many would call knowledge in terms of career and academics, she realized she lacked understanding of her own spirit. Emma began exploring spiritual teachings and immersed herself in understanding the essence of the self. As she gained insights, her perspective shifted. Emma discovered a sense of purpose and fulfillment she never knew before. Her previous measures of success faded in significance compared to the deep joy and peace she found from within. Through true knowledge, Emma experienced a transformation that shifted her focus from external validation to internal contentment. She learned to balance the demands of everyday life with the serenity of inner awareness. By understanding her own nature, Emma was able to act with greater empathy and compassion towards others, enriching not only her own life, but also the lives of those around her. This kind of transformation is accessible to all of us. It begins with the simple act of looking inward, questioning our conditioned beliefs, and embracing the truth of our being. True knowledge breaks down the illusions of identity and helps us align with a higher purpose. When we understand our own nature, the connection between ourselves and the universe becomes clearer, fostering a sense of unity and peace. The Bhagavad Gita encourages us to move beyond superficial understanding and dive into the depths of self-awareness. As we embrace this knowledge, our life starts to change in meaningful ways. We learn to approach challenges with equanimity, appreciate the beauty of the present moment, and create a life of harmony. In essence, the transformative power of true knowledge leads us towards a fulfilling existence where we are not driven by the chaotic currents of the external world, but by the serene flow of our inner wisdom. As we journey through life, let us remember that the key to lasting transformation lies in the profound understanding of the self, where true knowledge guides us to align with our destined path and to embrace the joyful dance of life. Chapter 9, Aligning with Purpose. In the quest for self-realization, aligning with one's true purpose becomes a significant chapter. It's not just about fulfilling predefined roles. It's about harmonizing your actions with your innermost being. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us that understanding the self enables us to realize our true purpose, offering an enriched perspective on duty and passion. Imagine life as a grand play, and each of us as unique actors. When you sync perfectly with your character, you deliver your best performance, leaving a lasting impact. Similarly, living in alignment with our purpose transforms life into a meaningful endeavor. Often, we are caught in the relentless tide of daily demands, suffocated by the warnings of what we should be, rather than exploring who we truly are. It's vital to distinguish between societal expectations and our authentic callings. The challenge and beauty lies in finding clarity amidst this chaos. To truly align with purpose, we must first embrace the essence of the self. This comes from a higher consciousness, a process of looking beyond superficial appearances and desires. It is about recognizing the deeper, unchanging spirit within. This recognition allows us to step back from fleeting pleasures and relentlessly chase after worldly gain. Instead, we gain a profound understanding of our unique role in the grand tapestry of life. Now, consider a passionate musician. They pour their heart and soul into a melody, not out of obligation, but because playing music reflects their innermost truth. In this harmony of duty and passion, their purpose shines. Similarly, when we recognize our intrinsic talents and interests, they guide us seamlessly to our purpose. From this broadened perspective, duty isn't a burden, but an opportunity to express our inner being. It transforms mundane tasks into acts of creativity and love. For instance, a teacher inspired by the purpose of shaping young minds sees each lesson not just as a job, but as a chance to touch lives deeply. This higher vision enables the alignment of duty with passion. When passion fuels duty, it breaking free from routine. The monotony dissipates, replaced with a sense of joy and fulfillment. Consider the difference between someone who works exclusively for a paycheck and another who works feeling every day like a step toward materializing their vision for helping others. The latter not just survives, but thrives. To connect duty with passion effectively, perform regular introspection. Simple questions like, what truly ignites my spirit? And how can my work serve others while nurturing my growth? Can offer clarity. Aligning with purpose also involves letting go of what does not serve our growth. Just as an artist who recognizes when to stop tweaking a masterpiece, understanding when to say no to unnecessary distractions is essential. This detachment allows us to conserve our energy for pursuits that propel us toward our desires. The path to finding one's purpose doesn't mean an instantaneous recreation of life, but involves recalibrating toward higher consciousness. It's exploring the fine balance between accepting where you are and taking deliberate steerings to align with what matters most. Just remember, aligning with purpose is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of exploration and growth. Embark on this path courageously. Start with the profound understanding of the self, and bit by bit, watch your duties and passions beautifully converge. When they do, not only will your life transform, but you will find more profound ways to positively impact others. This purpose-inspired life is more than just existing. It is thriving with meaning and interconnectedness. As we realign with our true purpose, we join the broader symphony of life seamlessly, performing our unique part with wholehearted presence and love. In doing so, we transform not just ourselves, but the world around us. Chapter 10. Obstacles on the Path. Embarking on the journey to self-realization, much like any great adventure, is fraught with hurdles. These obstacles can often seem insurmountable, yet they are essential parts of our growth. As we delve into this chapter, Obstacles on the Path, we will explore the common challenges we face and how to navigate through them with wisdom and perseverance. Facing fear and doubt. Fear and doubt are perhaps the most cunning adversaries on the path to self-realization. They often whisper questions like, "Are you worthy?" or "Is this really the right path?" These voices can be paralyzing, freezing us in our steps. Yet remember that fear is merely a product of our imagination, and doubt is its close companion. To overcome fear and doubt, begin by questioning their legitimacy. Ask yourself, is this fear based on reality or an imagined outcome? Ground yourself in the present moment and observe your thoughts as passing clouds, neither suppressing nor indulging them. Meditation and mindfulness practices can be particularly helpful here, allowing us to witness our thoughts without becoming entangled in their narratives. The lure of distracting desires. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded by distractions. Whether it's the enticement of social media, the pursuit of material wealth, or the chase for external validation, these desires pull us away from our true selves. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that genuine contentment arises not from external possessions, but from inner fulfillment. To navigate this, cultivate contentment with simplicity. Set aside time to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with yourself. Engage in activities that bring genuine joy and foster a sense of purpose, like spending time in nature or volunteering for a cause that aligns with your values. By channeling our energies into meaningful pursuits, we can transcend superficial distractions. Resistance to change. Self-realization requires change, a transformation of how we perceive ourselves and the world. Yet, change is often met with resistance, a natural response to stepping outside our comfort zone. Think of a caterpillar resisting the process of becoming a butterfly. Embrace change by viewing it as growth rather than loss. Start with small modifications in your daily routine and gradually take on greater transformations. Be patient and kind to yourself, understanding that resistance is part of the process. When you encounter resistance, pause to reflect on what it reveals about your deeper fears and desires, then allow that insight to guide you forward. The challenge of solitude. Solitude can be daunting, yet it is a sacred space where self-discovery flourishes. Many fear being alone with their thoughts, mistaking solitude for loneliness. However, in solitude, we come face to face with our authentic selves, beyond the noise of the world. Begin by setting aside moments of solitude each day, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence. Use this time to listen to your inner voice without judgment or distraction. With practice, solitude becomes a source of strength, allowing you to stand firm in your essence, undisturbed by external influences. Balancing ego and humility. The ego can be an insidious obstacle, misleading us to believe we are either superior or inferior to others. Excessive ego creates a barrier to self-realization, distancing us from our true essence. Cultivate humility by recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings. Practice gratitude daily, acknowledging the contributions of others in your life. Foster a mindset of empathy and service, allowing the realization that while each of us is unique, we are all part of a greater whole. Conclusion. On the path to self-realization, obstacles are not roadblocks but stepping stones. Embrace them as opportunities for growth and greater understanding. With unwavering dedication, practical reflection, and an open heart, you will find the strength to transcend these challenges and move closer to the truth.